The premise of football in the NFL doesn't change if you go to college. It doesn't change if you go to high school. It shouldn't change if you go to the AAF or the XFL. If you have a quarterback that can make a throw, if you have a quarterback that can make plays like Cardell Jones earlier today, like P.J. Walker last week, if you have the ability to do that, you're going to win these games. That's why I want to see Landry Jones. That's why I want to see what Dallas can provide, because I believe we'll be talking about Landry Jones like we are Walker and Jones, the other Jones, Cardell Jones. But that's it. That's all you need to do. And then on the flip side, you just fade every single bad quarterback. Aaron Murray is dropping back, fade his ass. Whoever the hell the quarterback, Matt McGloin is dropping back, fade his ass. These are easy bets. Easy bets, because you know the game. We know the game. Look, you don't need to have data upon data and all these books about the XFL and what stats these guys, Matt McGloin stats in college, Aaron Murray, and you just need to know football. You just need to watch football. Now, that's from the outside. That's from us looking at it from the outside in, betting and trying to take advantage of things as they shift. Matt McGloin was interviewed immediately following an interception. This is access that is unbelievable. And listen to the interview, because you start to sense the drama building, the frustration clearly inside McGloin, but the drama building.
Led to the interception.
Yeah, just a poor decision on my part. Hey, we got to continue to push forward here. It's only a one-score game.
A lot of self-inflicted wounds. You seem to have a hard time getting in a rhythm on offense. How do you fix that?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, got to continue to push forward, operate the plays that are being called, and it starts with me.
Thanks, Matt.
All right, thanks.
Now, this is going to be like a 3-play, right? This is going to be a 3-act play. The breakdown, the emotional breakdown of Matt McGloin. All right, so we go from there to the half. Now, nothing's working, right? This is like Robert Loggia in Unnecessary Roughness in the half. This tie isn't working, and this suit isn't working. And nothing's working, except they don't turn it around with Scott Bakula. These guys have to look around and say, oh, wait, we're still going with McGloin. This is McGloin at the half.
What does this team need to do on offense to get something going here?
We need to change the whole entire game plan at halftime.
What do you need to change about the game plan? What are you frustrated about?
There's just a lot going on right now. It's embarrassing for us here as an offense, so a lot of things we want to fix and correct.
Thanks.
Oh, my goodness. Just think about that. Just think about the contrast already. You haven't even heard the end. You haven't even heard when he's benched. But just think about I couldn't help laughing. You have a guy who was still optimistic. It's like your first week in radio. You're still optimistic. You could change the world. And then all of a sudden, fast forward 5 years into business, and you're McGloin at the half. We need to change everything. My goodness. Now, this is what it turned into, which eventually was another pick and another turnover. And now you have Matt McGloin frustrated as all hell on the sideline. He's already been picked up on a live mic, telling his coach, hey, I don't want to point fingers and throw anybody on the bus, but it ain't me. You got to start looking at other people where they're breaking, things like that. Then McGloin is interviewed as he's benched, and you're not getting this. If you got anything remotely close to this in the NFL, we'd be talking about it for 2 weeks. This is McGloin as he's technically he's been benched, and now he's watching the end of the game.
I think we need to make a lot of adjustments, make a lot of changes. To be honest with you, this is probably one of the worst games I've ever been a part of, offensively. So it's back to the drawing board, back to square one. When you win like we did a week ago, it hides a lot of your problems. And when you play a good team like DC today, you can get exposed very quickly like we did.
You say there's some issues going on. What stands out to you right now in terms of how this play calling is going?
Yeah, listen, there's a lot of stuff going on behind closed doors. I think we need to clean that up. Communication especially is one. And it showed today. Just at no point in time that I think we were comfortable out there. At no point in time that I think we were in a position to try to be successful. So I think it was pretty easy to see.
Yeah, it was. And it's hilarious. You've got a guy who goes from through a pick, got to get back out there, got to see what we can do, to we have to change everything, scrap it all at the half. We need to completely rework the game plan at the half to we have a lot of issues in-house. People are distractions. People are doing their own thing, pointing fingers. We need to really check ourselves. You just heard right there the 3-act play of the meltdown of Matt McGloin. At Shander shows how you follow along on Twitter. We're back in the second half. A lot of things happening in college basketball.